Hi there, I'm Lori at Positive Thanks Living. I'm doing Junk Journal July UK, and today is Summer Snippet. Well, yeah, I wasn't quite sure. Summer Snippet. What makes it a summer snippet as opposed to a fall, winter, whatever? I decided that my own definition will be a summer snippet is about the colors. Beautiful, bright summer colors. I'd like to say cheers. And today's tea is Earl Grey Lavender. Well, isn't that something? Summer Snippet. Be Happy Stationery and the Vintage Button have collaborated on this set of prompts. And I've been doing them all along. A snippet. Well, how to do a snippet? Not sure exactly. But I think a snippet, sometimes it's on a roll. So I started with this. These are some of the labels that are a part of a collection from Be Happy Stationery, her digitals. And I backed the labels with washi tape. Sometimes when you print things out and the back is not finished, you have options on how you're going to decorate the back. It doesn't matter if the labels are down on a piece of paper, but what if they're hanging? You can see both sides. Washi tape to the rescue, or ink. But I'll show you what I've been doing. I've been putting washi tape down and then cutting it out. Now, usually I do it the other way, meaning lengthwise, but for you and I right now, we're going quickly, just to give you an idea. And then we'll carry on with snippeting. Do you use snippets? Please leave a comment below. I'd love to know how often you use snippets. Do you have one in every signature, every journal? Do you forget to make them? Do you make them last, or do you make them first? What's your definition of a snippet? I think, for me, a snippet has a grouping of small bits, which may or may not include, well, no, let's say it does include some lace or fabric. These summer snippet will have lace and fabric. So I have this tiny hole punch, and the labels are backed with washi tape. This happens to be Amity Bloom washi tape. And I have these bulb pins, they're called. So I've done a bunch. I'm just going to introduce you to one way of doing things. I have these bulb pins. I'm using the gold ones on this roll of snippets. What I do is I put it in from the back, because what I want to show is the last thing that I put on the bulb pin. So first this, and then let's put a bead on. And this may or may not be quick because, yeah, there, quicker than I anticipated, more quickly than I anticipated. I won't finish it now, but my idea is to complete all of these different labels that I have put washi tape and ink on, and then have this roll of options. If I were to do a snippet and I wanted just this label, I would, as the name describes, snip a piece off. See, I still have more to go. And I'd want to put it on a piece of paper. So I've started with the basics. I have some options of a different kind of paper. These are tea individual pouches where the tea was. And let's choose this blue one. I would put it on there. I could glue it. I could staple it. What do you think? I also have some flowers pulled out to embellish. Again, we're doing summer. I think we'll do the pink one. And if you notice, these are just plain silk flowers. Oh, they're probably not silk, but I cut the stem off, and so it's going to fit on here a little bit more easily. I'm going to use Fabri-Tac. And I'm going to put the flower here, and I'm going to put my little bit of lace there. And while I'm working on the rest of the snippet, I'm going to use some clamps to hold it on. There we are. Now we have the tea bag, we have a label, we have some lace. What about some fabric? As you might remember, I've been doing this, something called chicken scratch. It's very simple. And so I made these in segments so that I could use them. I'm not quite finished this one. I have one more row to go here. But that I could use them either as a tab on the side of something or top, or in this case, I'm going to use it in my snippet roll. Snippet. Individual snippet. There we go. Just like that. And I have two more here when I'm ready for them. And I have this beautiful bouquet of flowers. This is Amity Bloom. And I'm going to be putting my snippet on her set of flowers like this. But where could I add this? I kind of like the unfinished edge. How about like this? I have a fabric piece of paper, in this case a tea bag holder, some lace, and a label. Okay. I think this is dry by now, as is this. Let's put this on first. Again, with the trusty Fabri-Tac. Down like this, and then putting the rest of the snippet on here. You know what? I think I'm going to make it a little bit pleated because I can. I hope. Yeah, there. Has a little more shape. as opposed to straight. And then my other part of the snippet on here, like so. There, or down, over, there. I don't know, we'll find out where it lands. I'll link below to where you can also join in. It's not too late. It's okay. I mean, I happen to be doing this regularly, but you don't have to. You could choose, pick and choose whichever prompt you like. All right. And I have to close these up. You see how they come like this? It's meant to be a posy. This way I can close this up here. Put it on a page, and I can write on this one. See, there's a place to write here. And I can even pull this one out. See, I can write on here. It's a combination space to write with lots of pretty flowers. To me, that is a summer snippet. Okay, let's put it in the great big journal. Take a sip of tea. The weather is so hot, it should be iced tea. Cheers. This is made in England, Royal Doulton. Who knew? Looks like a thistle to me. Could be. And let's close up these beads before they fall. We have someone who is cutting their lawn. I hope they stay well hydrated. Now, nope, we're going to move the tea somewhere else because it's extremely crowded on my table. My journal is very large, extremely large. But there's lots of space left, so that's good, right? I want to put these pockets down. I did a video about paper clips, so that goes there. All right, here. How about here? Let's start a page with summer snippet down here in the corner, just like so. I can put the day 17. All right, I'm going to glue here and glue it to the page. Which part is the snippet? I think it's the part that started with the, well, I don't know. It's not this part. It's just the fabric and the tea bag, the lace and the flower and the little label. There, I made up something. Let's put a little bit of glue on here. Now these prompts and the little decorative items, they're available for free on Sandra's Ko-fi site to the end of July, along with her other digitals. You can pick cup. I think she has a coupon code. All right, there we go. Let's call this a snippet. And the start of a snippet here. And for me, a snippet, a summer snippet, has to do with flowers. Beautiful color of flowers. How about you? Agree, disagree? What do you think? And if you're ever wondering how to use labels, this is a really good way, especially if the creator has made the labels in such a way that they're in a line, because then it becomes easier and easier to put washi on the back. All right, I'm Lori at Positive Thanks Living. This is Junk Journal July, UK, 2026, Day 18, Summer Snippet. Tomorrow, we're going to talk about pockets. Pick a pocket. I have an idea for that one. Yep, Summer Snippet was hard for me, but I have an idea already about pick a pocket. And I have an idea for bees, birds, bugs, and butterflies too. Stay tuned for more fun in Junk Journal July, UK. Bye for now.